Preparing to be your best for the SAT and ACT can be a challenge. Getting ready to take college entrance exams can include both short and long-term strategies. Here to tell us about these strategies is Deborah Alli from the Huntington Learning Center. So nice to have you here, Deb. As always, always nice to be with you.
Ashley.
Happy New Year, I know, 2013. So students get a little overwhelmed when it comes to taking the SAT, the ACT, but short and long-term strategies are so important.
Yes, they're very, very important. And in particular, the short-term strategies are really for the seniors.
Okay, so really seniors need to make sure that they're really preparing for the tests.
Yeah, and the reason why I say that is because typically, you have to decide, should I be taking a long-term or short-term strategy? And the seniors need to take that short-term strategy because really they have not a lot of time. There's a lot going on in that senior year. They often have a very busy schedule as well as a lot of extracurricular activities and sometimes a part-time job to deal with.
Right.
So these are the ones who are really going after that short-term strategy. But if you're a junior, a sophomore, or a freshman, now you can really start to think about the long-term strategies.
Okay, so we're going to start with the short-term now. So seniors, listen up. It's not too late to start preparing and thinking about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So when it comes to the short-term strategies, really at this point, what you're keying in on are those test-taking tips and strategies to really kind of give you a crash course in what I need to do. It's very important to understand what the test is, what the questions on the test are going to be about.
Okay, and we have a list of those 7 short-term strategies and goals for students.
Yeah.
Okay.
First and foremost, you need to know how to relax. Okay. Then
I know it's stressful. Yeah, you have to learn how to just breathe, right?
Very stressful. So, and then when and how to guess. Okay, on your questions, what to expect on the test. And then how to identify the easiest questions on the test. You want to do that early on.
And also understanding directions for each type of question that's on the test. And then, of course, how to pace yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are 2 very important things. And then, of course, understanding what the hints are for answering those certain types of questions as you learn them.
So these 7 things, although they're not really too in-depth, they're pretty simple to remember, can make a big difference when it comes to sitting down and actually taking the test.
Yes, and you know, there are a lot of resources out there that are available that can help a student learn those short-term strategies. There are books that you can get, computer programs, then there are services there like what we do at Huntington, and there are other companies in your school, courses that you can take for those crash courses just when you have a limited amount of time to prepare for the test.
Yeah, and it's always good just to revisit those, even if you did focus on long-term strategies, just to go back and do those short-term again.
Absolutely.
So now let's talk about long-term, starting early before the test.
Yes, before the test. And like I said, I'm not saying those short-term strategies are not needed. They are needed. But if you have that time, you want to couple them with the long-term preparation. And the long-term preparation really is about all the academic skills that you're learning really in high school. What you need to know to keep your GPA up high and maintain it throughout your senior year. I'm talking about working on the fundamentals of your math skills and the fundamentals of your verbal skills as well.
Okay, and you have 3 tips for long-term preparation.
Yes. First of all, I'd say if you have the time, ideally you want to start, we recommend you start around the later half of your 10th grade or that summer before the 11th grade. That would be the most ideal time to start preparing for your long-term preparation. You want to make sure you're focusing on how to read more effectively, to make sure you're comprehending what the author means as well as what the author is trying to say. You want to also continually be working on improving your vocabulary. You also want to learn some better tools for how to remember words based on the context of how you're reading them, okay? And then the last thing is developing your problem-solving abilities. This includes ways on getting started of how to understand questions that you find really challenging or problems that are very challenging now, and learning how to work your way through it. The earlier you start to do that, the more comfortable you'll be with all 3 of those skills when it comes to the test preparation.
And whether you do apply those long-term in advance or you do the crash course at the very last minute to prepare, It definitely does make a difference.
Absolutely. The more preparation you do, the more you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. And the more preparation you do, the higher those scores will go up for you.
Which will be very, very satisfying to get those scores in after you've worked so hard. And of course, Huntington is available to help people. And really quickly, just a quick reminder, this coming Monday.
Yeah, the 7th.
The 7th.
Again, we'll, as usual, we will be at Texas Roadhouse. It's the second Monday of the month. Sorry, yeah.
Of the month.
Yeah.
So this year, I think it's the first.
Yeah, actually it is.
So, Monday, January 7th?
The 14th.
The 14th. Okay, so just to be clear, Monday, January 14th. This whole New Year's got us all screwed up, doesn't it, Deb?
2013.
So, of course, Monday, January 14th, Children's Night at Texas Roadhouse, 4 o'clock. Go and have some fun, learn more about Huntington Learning Center.
Yeah, and we will have crafts there, and as usual, we always give away gift certificates at that showing.
Wonderful, and of course in February, stay tuned for the new Springfield Parent Academy courses.
That's right. You can go out to the website, I'd say mid to late February, and all the new courses will be available, and the catalogs will be being mailed out at that time as well.
Thanks for being here, Deb. Again, Texas Roadhouse, Monday, January 14th. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So nice to see you. And parents who want additional information are encouraged to call the local Huntington Learning Center at 413-783-8010. You can also visit huntingtonhelps.com.